Gunman Boxing, the baddest boxing channel in the UK. I'm here with one of the baddest managers in New Zealand. This brother is looking after Joseph Parker. You've been guiding that brother through his whole career. Is it safe to say this is David Higgins or Dave Higgins? How do you prefer?
Either way.
Well,
I've dreamt of being on Gunman Boxing since I was a kid, so it's good to be here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a pleasure to have you here. Now listen, is it fair to say that Joseph Parker is actually a better fighter now than when he was a world champion? I've never seen anything like
100%.
that. How's that happen?
It's 100% true. The world champion thing came fast. You know, we signed Joseph in 2012, and 4 years later we promoted quite a lot of fights for him in New Zealand, 3, 4, 5 times a year. We promoted a world title fight against Andrew Ruiz Jr. in Auckland when Joe was still young. I think he won the world title at a relatively young age. And there was a lot of pressure on him, family expectation. He might have been doing it for other people, finding his feet. He hadn't grown into his body yet. He certainly wasn't as conditioned as well as he is now. And then he went to the wilderness for a bit. You had a lost Anthony Joshua. Dillian White headbutted him and it got called a knockdown. A bit of banter about that. But since then, a lot of people would have quit, but Joseph didn't quit. He just made adjustments, made changes, learned, believed in himself, never doubted, never quit, rebuilt the hard old-fashioned way, fighting often, taking risky fights, and has properly earned and built his way back up to the top. And I think a lot of people that might have been doubters in the middle there do respect him for that now. Even people that weren't Parker fans, he doesn't have enough power, that type of thing. And then he floors and KOs Bacoli in round 2. He definitely has power now. He very well conditioned, very experienced. Good self, so he's better now than when he won the world title.
I've been watching you for years, and you've been guiding this brother, like, you know, Waze. We use Waze when we get from here to there as a destination. You use Waze. You've been guiding him like Waze through the ranks of the boxing, and his CV is that of a final boss, really. Like, he's been in with the likes of Bacoli, Joshua, you know, Chisora, Zhang. Like, the list goes on.
Dillian White, Joe Joyce.
Yeah.
There's a long list of names.
Yeah.
In fact, it's like who has he not fought?
So you can't say that you've padded him out. No one could accuse you of that, my brother.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, he's been like full in, hasn't he?
Yeah, full on. And he, you know, there's boxers, people say, he'll fight anyone. Often that's not true. They're very picky on who they fight, and the money's got to be right, or they'll make excuses. Joseph doesn't blink. He will fight anyone. Like the Bacoli thing, when Dubois pulled out, it was put to Joe. Bacoli, bang, he took the fight before the team had even had a chance to discuss it. We didn't even discuss it. He just went, okay, done. So the Bacoli decision took about half a second. And like most people would have weighed it up.
So, he will literally fight anyone. Like, you see a lot of people be like, I'll fight anyone, phone rings. Will you fight him? I'm getting my hair done. I'm getting my hair done, you know what I mean? And they kind of avoid it. Let's get to the fight at hand. So here we are for the Wardley Parker press conference. Wardley's last fight against Hooney. Unsustainable boxing, you know, was it? He was getting pieced up, man. He was eating the 3-piece combinations with chicken and chips, you know what I mean? He was really getting pieced up, and then he found the get out of jail free card. But you can't always find that get out of jail free card. Unsustainable?
Well, Deontay Wilder had that get out of jail free card as well. And like you said, it's like a roll of a dice, and you pull it out sometime. And as you get older, maybe more difficult. But, you know, Justice Hooney isn't Joseph Parker and vice versa. And you know, there was that banter going on when I was talking up Joseph's 3-fight run of Wilder, Zhang, Bacoli. I was going to ask them who his last 3 fights were. I don't know who they were, but they certainly weren't of that caliber, were they?
Hooney,
and who was it before that? So, in theory, could Wardley pull out that big punch? Of
Adelaide,
course.
Actually, he's had Adelaide Clark, But is that okay? But like Parker's
but not
CV
quite,
stellar.
But he could always pull out that punch. But so could have Wilder, so could have Zhang, so could have every other opponent. Every heavyweight can knock out another heavyweight if they land the perfect punch.
But does it give your man and your camp and your team joy that you've seen this brother getting tattooed. You know what I mean? He was getting tattooed in there at times. Do you know what I mean? He looked like one of Parker's tattoos. He's like he was, like, you know, he was like a Maori, wasn't he? He was getting like.
I think Parker might knock Wardley out, is what I think.
Yeah. Who's favourite in this fight?
Probably on paper, Parker will be favourite.
100%, I'd say so. Yeah, it has to be, doesn't he? Yeah. Especially after the last few performances.
Which brings its own pressure, because Parker could sit on his hands and just wait. He's mandatory. He could just wait for the world title shot. Yeah. Now he's risked everything, so now he's got to deliver.
Yeah. Why have you taken this fight, bearing in mind you've got that mandatory?
Because otherwise you can sit round for a year and a half, kicking the can down the road. You can fall into the trap of trying to predict the future. You don't know what Usyk's going to do. You don't know what the sanction body's going to do. Injuries, anything can happen. So our strategy, take the next best fight available and win it. Then take the next best fight available, then win that. Is the strategy.
Yeah, super dangerous, but you guys, like I said, you do not avoid anyone. You're always there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joseph Parker is like HMRC. He doesn't go away. You know what I mean? Like he's like the tax man. He's a landlord. You know what I mean? He's looking, walking around the division, collecting his rent, and he's exciting, and that's what the fight fans obviously love. Listen, Moses Atama, he's coming through the ranks. I'm just changing the subject here. He's coming through the ranks, a young kid on the block. Do you think the older veterans are a little bit wary of this young kid that's coming? Has he noticed him?
Yeah, 100%. The guy looks so composed and balanced and poised and skilled, like almost Usyk-like in some ways. Just the ring generalship and all that. Like he looks the real deal. Does Moses?
He looks the real deal.
And I'd say we'll be knocking a few people out over the years, forthcoming years.
Yeah.
I'd say Parker might end up fighting him sometime soon.
Yeah. Well, this is where I come onto it. Like quite a lot of people are liking that fight. You know, and I was sitting in the gym the other day, and some brother come over to me and said, Moses Atama needs to fight Parker. Moses Atama needs to fight Usyk. I said, look, he's not ready for them brothers. Would you entertain a fight with Moses Atama down the line? I know you guys fight him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That fight will probably happen.
What happens in that fight? Atama gets lit up like a cigarette.
Excuse language. I hope Parker beats him. Moses is going to get better and better. But guess what? I reckon Parker's getting better and better still as well.
He is. Yeah. Like I said, I've never seen a brother he's better. Since he's been a world champion, normally it's the other way around. You know what I mean? He's got better after being a world.
100%. So, and I think Parker's going to get better still. Yeah. And when it does happen, that fight will be to fill up a stadium on worldwide TV, and it'll be a cracker of a fight.
Yeah, cracker. Listen, this is going to be a cracker of a fight, man. Like, I think this is a don't blink type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you start checking your WhatsApp, next thing you know, man is stretched out like a limousine, and you've missed the whole fight. And that's not a good look, you know what I mean? I would keep your eyes completely peeled on this fight. Give me a round, give me a method. How does your man get this done?
Parker, round 7 stoppage.
All right, you heard it first. Get yourself down to Paddy Power. You know what I mean? Listen, top man, you are the G. Bless up.
Thank you.
May the best man win.
Thank you.